We spend a lot of time and energy debating culture in America, but it's not nearly often enough that we focus on and truly understand the culture of America. You see, the freest and most prosperous society in all of human history maintains to this day because a nation's culture took root strongly in a single sentence. With just one sentence, a culture so strong that more than 1.2 million Americans have given their lives in defense of it. It's a culture that could never exist without the sentence and would never exist without their sacrifice. The Declaration of Independence was signed by 56 founders in 1776. They were all fully aware that by signing the document, they were committing treason and volunteering for a death sentence. These founders were effectively a 60-point underdog, and they knew it. And yet, all of them freely, willingly, and irreversibly risked everything they had, most of them losing everything they had. 5 of them were captured and brutally tortured before they died. 9 more died as a result of the war. 2 had sons killed in action, and 2 more lost their sons to imprisonment. But as brilliant as the Declaration of Independence is, and as right as the founders were about the unalienable rights being endowed to us by our Creator and not at the whims of a monarch, it could have been nothing more than a well-written statement of beliefs and grievances. But for that one sentence. In a single sentence, the founders transformed their writing from an eloquent plea for freedom into the Declaration of Independence. In that one sentence, the founders made clear to the British Empire just how serious they were about the principles of freedom and our own individual liberties. In just 31 words, the founders established America's culture. It's a culture that has repeatedly stepped up, a culture that has never backed down. From Valley Forge to Gettysburg and the beaches of Normandy, this culture is the reason America can claim back-to-back World War championships. In one single sentence, a ragtag bunch of rebels loudly and clearly told King George, this is exactly how serious we are about these principles, and this is what we're willing to risk and give up in defense of them. It was the founders in a moment acknowledging that their principles, their grievances, their frustrations, everything they wanted could only be taken as seriously as their pledge to defend them and what they were willing to put behind that pledge. Knowing that, the founders pledged everything. The final sentence of the Declaration of Independence, it's my favorite sentence in all of American history, reads, and I quote, "And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor." End quote. It was with a complete and unapologetic dependence in a sovereign God and a willingness to risk everything. Like, what else do you have besides your life, your possessions, and your last name? And the founders put all of that on the line. In that sentence, they birthed America's culture. It's a culture that has endured for almost 250 years, but only because it's been backed up time and time and time again by generations of Americans who have laid down their lives, given their lives, shed their blood for our freedoms. So with all the cultural talk in America, perhaps this Memorial Day, we can take a break and focus on the culture of America. We owe it to the ones who gave their lives and to the families left behind to never forget the sacrifice they made. That's who Memorial Day is all about. And this culture is what it's about, a culture worth preserving.